you back. We love you right back. We want to start off today, of course, recognizing International Women's Day. To all the powerful ladies and gender non-conforming femmes out there, we're here for you.
It's not just America that's on the line with this election. It's the world. And I mean that in the sense both of climate change.
You are actively trying to diminish our Second Amendment right and take away our guns.
You're full of
Trump and his friends want to cut funding for Planned Parenthood. Well, we've got some bad news for them because we're going to substantially increase funding.
And it's personal, and it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. I have decided that I am, with great enthusiasm, going to endorse Joe Biden for President of the United States. I believe in Joe. I really believe in him, and I've known him for a long time.
But those kids did not show up, at least if you look at the numbers. I mean, just overall, this race. So how can you say the progressive position is still prevailing nationwide when Joe Biden is winning so much?
Well, I think one thing that isn't being talked about is the rampant voter suppression in this country.
When that vaccine is developed, and it must be developed as quickly as we can, working with folks all over the world, obviously, it should be made free to every person in this country, and in fact, every person in the world.
The coronavirus does not have a political affiliation. It will infect Republicans, independents, and Democrats alike.
This may be Donald Trump's Katrina.
Yeah, you can have to preparation because of my role in that. I mean, let's just lean into that for a minute.
The president referred to the coronavirus as a, quote, foreign virus. And I think it's going to it's going to come across to a lot of Americans as smacking of xenophobia.
It sounds almost so silly to say, but there's a lot of restaurants that are feeling the pain of racism, where people are literally not patroning Chinese restaurants. They're not patroning Asian restaurants because of just straight up racism around the coronavirus.
But neither should we panic or fall back on xenophobia. Labeling COVID-19 a foreign virus does not displace accountability for the misjudgments that have been taken thus far by the Trump administration.
I know you just declared a state of emergency in New York City. What exactly does it mean?
Wolf, it means that I have extraordinary powers to determine where people can be, when, to determine what kind of gatherings are acceptable or not, where, parts of the city, how we handle who goes in, who goes out.
This is not to fearmonger. It would be irresponsible for us to create panic when it's undue. That being said, we know 80% of the population is going to survive.
Turn this primary from a campaign that's about negative attacks into one about what we're for, because we cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. We can only reelect Donald Trump.